Hey, welcome back to another installment of 3 Generation Gaming. As promised, today we're going to go out to the asteroid belt around Yela, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit of mining out there. I hope these videos are helpful for everybody that's watching. So today we're going to head over to the asteroid belt. I'm going to meet up with one of my teammates from Carrier Strike Group 3, the organization that I belong to. And we're going to go over there and try and do some mining. So I just took off from Alisar, launched from the pad. And again, if you're not familiar with Yela, it's real easy to find. Just spin around from Crusader, look out off the end of Alisar, you'll see a bright white moon out there. Punch up your quantum, and we'll head over there, and we'll meet up with Warrior Prince, my teammate. And away we go. The great thing about here, and I've discussed this before, is Olisar is really close to these moons. A lot of easy mining around this area, and it's a quick flight. So this will probably be, I would imagine, by the time I upload this, 3.5 for the PTU is probably going to be available. So the following videos for this are probably going to be somewhat different with the new flight model coming up. So let's see, is Warrior Prince here yet? I don't see him. He's probably still getting in. So as soon as we meet up with him, we'll show you some mining right up here in the asteroid belt. Alright guys, so like I mentioned before, we're back over here at Yela, and I've met Warrior Prince. And he is also from the organization that I belong to, Carrier Strike Group 3, and he is also my father, for those of you that were wondering. And yes, my father and my son and I all play Star Citizen. Introduce yourself, Warrior Prince. Say hello to everybody.
This is Warrior Prince. Good evening, citizens, and it's good to be with my son here in the asteroid belt. Condor. So let's go do some mining.
That sounds good. All right. So guys, when you come in, like I said, you go to the OM site, the OM markers to the left of Yela. That'll give you some more daylight to work with. You just kind of work your way through the asteroid belt, and you'll see that it's a little different out here in a lot of respects, in that the asteroids sometimes can be a little bit harder to break. The other issue that you'll run into out here is that once they do break, they will drift away, unlike being on planet side or moon side, however you want to put it. So all you want to do is you can virtually move through any part of this asteroid belt. It doesn't have to be on the edge, the top. The other thing is that you will see asteroids will pop up on your radar, and some of them will have quite a distance from you. I've had some that are 13, 14 kilometers away. You don't run into the glitch system out here as far as them blinking very much. They usually read right away. Once the radar hits them, they'll read. And we're just going to keep kind of moving through these. And you can move fairly fast through here. I think I may even be at full throttle right now. I'm a little shocked we haven't hit anything yet, because usually when you get into the asteroid belt, you'll find some right away. And as a reminder, if you're watching this, I don't know, we're days away from 3.5 coming out, and this is still 3.4.3, so the flight model is the old flight model. Not sure what the new flight model is going to look like. So we're going to move a little deeper into this asteroid belt. So I will afterburn a little bit just to get up into this. You definitely don't want to mine this on the dark side of the moons, and I'll tell you why. Because the floodlights on these ships, as most of you know, don't have a great deal of distance, And depending on how fast you're moving, you can literally fly right into one of these asteroids and not even realize it's there. So for the sake of time, and I don't want to make everybody sit here and watch us do this, so for the sake of
Condor.
time, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and finish up there.
No, I was going to say, did you find something?
No, I am out of the system for some reason. It kicked me out.
Uh-oh. All right. Okay, after a short pause, we are back. And as I've said before, the game's glitchy, guys, so you will run into glitches. Warrior Prince ran into a little glitch that was fixed very quickly. So here I'm going to show you moving in. You can see that this one's already scanning. No blink, no nothing. We're still quite a distance away from it. Tungsten and aluminum. Let's see, I know we had some more that were closer by. Take a look here. There's one down here. We'll take a run out here and see what we got. They're definitely easier to see if the moon is in the background. And there we go. Reading. Corundum and aluminum. Not really worth mining. And I thought I had another one. If you are moving in this direction through the asteroid belt, one of the things you want to do is just kind of keep Yela off your right shoulder, stay into the asteroid belt, and that way you're moving with the daytime sun. And it's much easier to see these asteroids when the sun is actually hitting the face. If we were coming the other direction, you're flying with the shadows. And I know this seems silly to say, but you know, when I first started mining out here, it was something that I had to learn. Wow, where are all the rocks at? Okay guys, so we took off for a little bit to come back, and so as you can see, this is normally what you see in the asteroid belts. You will find a lot once you get into the meat of where the asteroids, the mineable asteroids are at. Yeah, it won't be just one or two. You'll pop up multiples like this. So we'll skip ahead a little bit here. We'll see if we can find something for you to mine, and we'll show you how they break apart. So after a couple of glitches and some stuff that happens with Star Citizen and the persistent universe and the alpha phase that it's in, we finally found something to mine. So Warrior Prince has gotten up close to this asteroid, and he's going to start mining this. And I want to show you guys that haven't mined in the asteroid belts kind of what you can look for. The resistance of these rocks can vary. Some of them can be extremely high resistance to the point where it's almost impossible to break them without sliding in within about 50 meters. And like I've said in previous videos, you probably want to roll your shielding forward to full strength in case some of those pieces come back at you. You don't want to get damaged. So Warrior Prince, you can go ahead and start mining that whenever you want.
All right, we're ready to go.
So this one actually reads out at 1 instability, and I think it's about a half of 0.5 or so in resistance. So you get a good look here at how these break apart. The closer you are to that red area in your mining gauge, the farther away these pieces will break.
Rock energy levels coming up. %. Laser throttles at 63%. Still coming up. 36% energy level. I need to start pulling back here pretty soon. Pulling back. It's getting ready to 60% to fracture. 75%, 80. Boom.
And there you go. Now you get kind of a view as to how these come apart when you're out here in space. Depending on how hard they fracture, they'll drift farther apart.
They're going to have to fracture all these pieces.
Scan initiated.
Let's see, I'll help you break them apart. Be a little quicker.
Scan complete.
Let's see if we can't make short work of this. And as they drift out here, sometimes you'll have to keep readjusting where your radar's actually sitting. When they get like that, just take your laser off of there.
Whoop.
Scan complete.
There we go.
That one didn't fracture apart.
Yeah, I've got this one over here, didn't either. So this is some of the problems you run into in alpha. There they both go. So that was interesting. I've never seen it do that before.
Boy, that was interesting.
Yeah, I have never seen them break like that before.
I'm going to suck this one in.
All right.
Scan complete.
When he says suck it in, he means he's going to extract.
Extract it.
And if you look at these readings on here, you can see the instability of this one's 1.41, 0.55 resistance. That determines rock energy level, where you've got to keep that sweet spot, so to speak. And as you can see on this one, I've got very little to work with. And the reason we're going after this particular rock is because the game was being kind of glitchy with 3.5 coming. I'm not sure what kind of work they're doing on the servers at this point, but we were having some difficulties with some of the boulders were a little bit glitchy, and we were having a hard time getting readings, and then we were having some flight problems. So it takes some patience to do this. But normally this probably would not be one that either Warrior Prince or I would go after, because there isn't a whole lot in these. But as you can see, working in tandem works well if you've got people that also have a prospector and you want to go out and mine together. It works really well when the game is working well. One person can fracture, the other person can extract, and you can fill these ships up pretty fast. And it's always fun having somebody to play the game with. Making short work of this one, huh?
Yeah.
Scan complete.
That's strange.
What's that?
This one here is showing the fracturing sensor at 100%.
Yeah,
Scan complete.
I'm seeing it too.
They're just fractured.
Yeah. I think sometimes when you're with somebody else, I notice this with Gunlock too. If you're in the same general area, I think sometimes it takes the, anyway, as you can see, it takes the computer a little while, the servers, to catch up to exactly what's going on. Hopefully that's
Mhm.
something they fix in the future, because it shouldn't take that long, but it's probably, the server, the computer is reading what he's doing, it's reading what I'm doing, and it's trying to correspond both. But you can see that these rocks are now all fractured apart. I don't think there's any left to do. No. Yeah, they're all done.
Scan initiated.
Well, guys, we're going to finish collecting up what's here, and I really appreciate everybody watching. If you like the video, please leave a like and a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you like what you're seeing. I am going to move on to some of the other moons over by Hurston. That's a whole new that's a whole new thing over there. It's a new challenge is the word I'm looking for because of Hurston, but I'll explain that in future videos. So that's the asteroid belt around Yela. And again, I just want to say that this is 3.4.3. 3.5 is coming. Flight models will probably change. So if you're watching these videos and it's been a while and there's new versions of the game out, I'm not sure how accurate any of this is going to be. Again, Warrior Prince and I are members of Carrier Strike Group 3, and if you're out there and you're looking for an organization to belong to, it is a very well organized organization, and we welcome anybody to come check us out. There's a link in the bottom that'll take you to our website, and any questions you have, or if you want to fill out an application, you can find it there. So, Warrior Prince, thank you for coming and mining today.
It's a pleasure, Condor. A lot of fun.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you next time. Have fun, and we'll see you in the verse.